it's your girl Layla. Welcome back to my channel. So today I really hope you guys like these kind of videos, but I'm going to be doing another paranormal story time. It's going to be a continuation on from the one I posted like probably 2 weeks ago. I really do hope you guys are enjoying this paranormal story time series that I have going on my channel. I really personally enjoy making these types of videos. If you guys like these videos, leave me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, of course, my name is Layla. I upload videos every Sunday and Wednesday twice a week, so make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos. I don't just do paranormal story times, I do all kinds of videos. My channel has just been a schmoz of like everything I've been interested in this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with reading part 3. I think this is the last part. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't read it yet. But I've been waiting. I've been waiting to read this with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't seen part 1 and this is gonna make no sense to you, I will leave a link in the description box for part 1. So let's go ahead and get started. After finishing my morning routine, I sat at the table in my dining room. I pulled the card off my keychain and inspected it some more. The only weird thing about it was that my name was printed on the back. It wasn't my full name, just my first name. Other than that, it seemed like any old rewards card. I left it at the table, not wanting to have to deal with anything related to the grocery store anymore. I left for work. I didn't mention anything to anyone. I tend not to socialize with people I don't like. I just got through the day mindlessly, so mindlessly I even left 20 minutes after my shift was over. I was the last one out. After work, I walked to my car. As I pulled out my keys from my pocket, I noticed the rewards card back on my keychain. I was puzzled. Was someone toying with me now? My keys never left my pocket the entire day, and I distinctly remember leaving the rewards card on the table. My stomach twisted into eerie knots. I could feel someone's eyes burning into the back of my head. Half of me itched to turn around, the other half knew better. I bolted towards my car, keys scrambling in panic. I got in, shut the door, almost put it into drive when someone's hands washed over my face. They smelled sweet. I woke up with a raging ache in my stomach. I was home in bed again. I was still in my work clothes. I patted myself down like a TSA agent. Nothing was on me, not even my keys. I panicked as I started wondering if someone had stolen my car and all my credit cards. I ran outside and froze at the sight of my car. The keys were in. The engine was warm. The driver door was open as if someone invited me inside. I shuffled towards it uncertainly. I got in, closed the door. I started feeling unattached to my actions, almost like I was being pulled into a trance. I backed out and started driving down a familiar path. I knew where I was going, but I didn't seem to grasp it or care much at all. At that moment, my mind was telling me to drive, and I became a slave to my beguiling thoughts. I pulled into the parking lot of the grocery store. I could see the manager, Dean, wiping down the windows. He smiled at me. Like one would smile when reuniting with an old friend. Something overcame me. I smiled back. A fog of indifference and underlying fear had been replaced with joy. I went inside the store, just like the very first time around. Everything seemed normal. The employees acted as if they had never met me. I grabbed a cart and shopped. I didn't know why, but I did what I thought I was supposed to be doing. I spent a good hour shopping there as if I hadn't been kidnapped twice by the employees of the store. At the checkout, the cashier, who noticed I was new, asked me if I had a rewards card. I said yes. I pulled out the yellow rewards card that I had been given. The cashier scrunched his face in confusion. "That's not our rewards card," he said, almost unsure of himself. I proceeded to show him up close the logo of the store imprinted on it. He scratched his head and almost contemplated debating me, but instead he called the manager, Dean. "What seems to be the problem?" he asked gruffly. We promptly explained our dilemma. Then he took one look at my card and started walking away. He looked back at me and motioned for me to follow. I complied without protest. He walked firmly and quick, as if late for a very important business meeting. His red vest flapped lightly behind him with every step. He took me to the stock room, but did not walk inside. He took a step to the side and waited for me to go in first. He looked almost disappointed. I walked in. Dean did not follow. A couple employees were standing there in a circle. They seemed unbothered by my presence. There was a metal bench opposite the wooden door from before. I walked up to it and sat there. After a couple minutes of silence, one of the employees broke the circle and walked towards the wooden door. They opened it and went inside. While the door was open, I caught a glimpse of the mirror from before. My name was still written in crimson. The employee came back out with a sack that had been lying there for the past few days. He set it down in the center of the circle. They all held hands and started a chant. It wasn't loud, it was barely audible, but it was synchronized. After listening for a while, I heard what they were saying. They were chanting names, one of which was mine, and what followed by something else I couldn't make out. I sat there for a very long time. I didn't know if it was out of interest or curiosity, or if I was paralyzed, or both. Their chant was cut short by an ominous voice outside, a voice on the overhead speakers announcing that they were closing in 5 minutes. They all simultaneously shot their attention to me. For the next 5 minutes, they just stared at me. Oh. When the 5 minutes passed, one of the employees reached into the sack and pulled out a yellow hooded robes. They were elegantly designed with at least 3 different tints of yellow. They all put the robes on while all I could do was watch. I didn't feel like it was me anymore. I was watching this happen as if I was dreaming and I had no control over what would happen. They signaled me over and I stood over the sack in the center of the circle. I closed my eyes. I didn't hear anything, not even the noise of my own thoughts. A sharp jolt of pain awakened me into my senses. I don't know where it was coming from, but it was a full body experience. Head, shoulders, knees, toes, all on fire, expectorating pain. It just seemed to go on forever, but then it stopped. I started feeling like I was gonna faint. I opened my eyes. I caught a glimpse of the employees in front of me. They were all covered in blood as if they had been rolling in it. My vision faded, and the last thing I heard was a thump as my body collapsed. I woke up in the hospital just recently. I spoke to a doctor and they informed me that I had been found unresponsive inside my house. The mailman had noticed I wasn't picking up my mail and peeked through the window to see me laying on the ground of my living room. He called emergency services and I was rushed into the hospital. They say I was missing a lot of blood but couldn't find where it had leaked from or where it had gone to. They actually were not even expecting me to wake up. So I'm just gonna recheck this if there's like a part 4 because I'm shook. I just want to know, like, what are these people? What are the employees of the store? Are they doing some sort of weird ritual? Well, obviously they did some weird ritual, but what are they? Are they like zombies? Not really zombies, but like, oh my god, the story is so creepy. So that's pretty much the last part of this series so far. I don't know if it's going to continue. I just checked his page. There's no updates on the story so far, but let me know what you guys thought of the story. I thought it was really interesting and I'm really not sure why I picked it in the first place. I kind of saw the title and I was like, that sounds really interesting, so I guess that's why I picked it from the title, and I really did enjoy reading this for you guys. So if you guys do enjoy watching this, please leave me a comment saying that you do, and I'll continue on with reading more Reddit no sleep viral scary stories, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye everyone.
You never see it coming, you just get to see it go. Yeah, I should've looked up in the sky at first. Now I can see it in her eyes. Fireworks.